Alright. Hello, chat. Cheetah poster giveaway. That shit is expensive, bro. I'm not giving that away. Alright, hello. Just realized I don't have the chat open. Wait, Alright, how is everybody today? Chat. You guys ready for a fun movie? Well, I turn this music down a little bit. Now, before we get to the movie, actually, I know what everybody is wondering. At the edge of your seats, you're all wondering, Kaya, did Pume Venini send you any more Afro beats? And the answer is yes, he has. I woke up to more emails this morning, actually. Today he sent me a song titled Utandu Lavasem Kukwini, which I'm probably pronouncing correctly in the language isiZulu. isiZulu. Actually, this is not a... Hold on. Pume Venini didn't make this one. This is from the Greytown Singers group. A new studio. All the skellies in my closet. How does Kick have this many spammers in the chats? You would think they could get a control on this. Anyway, Pume Venini sent me more songs today, 3 of them. Some duplicate songs, but, you know, I always appreciate it. I have a whole Pume Venini folder now on my computer with roughly, let me see, 15 songs. Although I might have to subdivide these. Here's another banger called Kale Kusile. This almost sounds like a Mario type beat. I'll scream racial slurs at spammers, don't worry. Thank you. That's what we really need in the world. It's just more slurs directed at the right people. Not for racial reasons, you know. If you're a spammer, you kind of are an N-word. Alright. Who here has dabbled in Turkish horror movies? Show of hands. Okay, sorry. I was... God damn it. Never seen one. I've watched the hair transplant videos. Ew, hair transplant videos. Are those on YouTube? I guess it didn't even occur to me as a genre that you could look up. Is it like Dr. Pimple Popper? Is it satisfying? Let me see. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I'm interested now. Oops, wrong video.
No outside. Come on. My name's Payman. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and came over here to do the
Economist kind of Made me want to try this.
Father's
Watch
side,
this.
my mum's side, everything, they've all been losing their hair. A few of my cousins have all lost
Is
their
this
hair
guy
and whatnot.
Australian?
So it's just a matter of time, and I thought, well,
Oh,
we're
never
going
mind.
on a holiday to Europe, so why not come and get it done? And that's what we're looking forward to
He's
do
definitely
today.
from Australia.
Okay, give me 5
We can
minutes.
just
I'm
close
gonna
our
send
eyes and
messages
pretend
out.
this
I'll
is
send a message
Jackson,
out.
right?
I might be able to get some of the roads back. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll call you back.
Oi, mate.
I feel a little bit nervous, obviously. I'm the kind of person that I sort of just say, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And then 5 minutes before I sit down, I realise what's happening. Hello, how are you?
Oh, his wife and children came with him too.
How are you? Good, thank you. Good.
Payman Shiroki has travelled thousands of kilometres to get here today in his quest for more hair. Doctors at this clinic in Istanbul specialise in performing hair transplants, a cosmetic procedure for people experiencing hair loss. Payman's hoping to reverse his early stages of baldness before it gets
Oh,
any worse.
I like how they're not even calling it Turkey anymore. It's Turkey now.
Just to fill in
ABC News
wherever
respects.
needs to be filled. That's basically it.
The surgery will take most of the day. And to start with, staff require a blank canvas.
Never had a shaved head before, so that's all I'm worried about. Just see how it goes up.
This guy's hairline isn't even that bad. What is he so upset about? Oh no. Well, it's bad now.
Procedure now. So you do what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it now. Good luck.
That looks ridiculous.
I'll see you after.
Say bye, Daddy.
And going
There are
bald is one of
hundreds
those things
clinics
that I
across
just
Turkey
don't.
that offer
I
hair
count myself
transplants,
lucky that it's never
bringing
going to be a
hundreds of
problem for me, I
thousands of
suppose.
mainly men from
Hopefully.
around the world each year.
But I would also
Millions of
wish
dollars
that
to
my
the
wife
economy.
would just still love me
Many are
and
drawn
not do
here
this
by
thing
the
and supports me
relatively
and come with me to some
affordable
fucking
price tag
foreign
and the country's
country
growing reputation as a medical tourism
for some
destination.
charlatan to implant hairs in my
Actually,
scalp.
Now Istanbul is seen the capital of the hair transplants. Most of the people who come here are telling,
Oh no.
"Oh,
Is this how I
you
sound?
changed my life.
My
You
accent?
Don't know what baldness does
Chad?
to a man." In the end, it's a medical procedure, so everything
You
can
know,
go wrong.
one time, speaking of accents and doctors, actually, I was at the dentist one time. Like last year. It's been a while, but it was a new dentist we had just met, you know. And my wife and I, we go to the same one. And one day, we were pretty much scheduled at the same time, just different rooms, different dentists at the same building. So the guy finishes up her teeth, working on her, whatever they were doing, I forget. Comes in the room, and I look at him, and I go, "Hey man, how you been?" And he looks at me, and he goes, "You think you don't have an accent?" And I was like, motherfucker, what did she tell him? Apparently they've been laughing at me behind my back. Like, ha, Kaya thinks he doesn't have an accent. He can't hear it, but it's so goofy. He has such a thick accent. He has such a weird accent. And that was a whole thing.
So it's really important to put your hair and life in safe hands.
Today, Payman will be awake under a local anaesthetic as a team of medical staff begin by piercing thousands of holes into his scalp.
During the surgery, please don't make sudden moves. We use really sharp surgical tools which can easily damage your donor or recipient area.
They have a whole video. Look at this.
Just want to catch up your breath, let the team know we'll give you a small breath.
After making the incisions, hair follicles removed
Should have
from
blown up the
back of his
restroom.
head
No.
will be used to plant into other areas where his
Nobody
hair is
deserves
thin.
that. Just for pointing out my weird accent.
But apart from that, it's been really comfortable, no pain.
People ask me sometimes still to this day what my accent is, and I never have an
Meanwhile,
answer.
clinic
Like, I don't
co-owner
know.
Dr.
It's not
Mehmet
German. It's
Erdogan
not
was
Turkish.
checking on another
It's a weird
patient
bastard
undergoing the
mixture.
procedure.
Okay,
Oh, that
so
looks
here
gross.
We have a patient, Sagar, his name, 27 years old.
Mehmet
from the
Erdogan.
United States. Started with the incisions. I did the incisions, then we did the extraction. Now the final
Accent is
stage,
barely
we are
noticeable.
having
Thank you. I'm
transition.
gonna
He doesn't
screenshot
feel
that for my
anything.
wife.
I will not blind. The anesthesia did hurt. It's fine. No, it's fine. I'm actually.
That looks
glad I'm
vile. What
pushing
the
through
fuck
it.
are those strips of flesh?
What you're seeing here is a
Did they
key
scalp him?
part of the surgery and the most fiddly. Each hair requires
Look at this. I genuinely had no idea. Like, I know that
steady
Turkey is a hot, like a... Ah!
The industry is heading into a busy summer period. At the
Like, I know it's a
clinic,
tourist
staff can
hotspot
sometimes
for people
perform
like this
dozens of
balding
surgeries
men
a day,
to go get their hair
including
transplanted.
for
I had never
Australian
seen it
customers.
in
Last year
action. I
alone,
didn't realize it's literally like a gaggle of women sitting around your head.
Australians made the journey for treatment. and it's a similar pattern at clinics.
And that it's so
across the
bloody,
country.
which I guess it makes
I'm
sense,
asking
but
why
goddamn,
they
that is
do it
gross.
In Australia, they always say the results of Turkey, and there are more doctors, they are doing more patients, which is more experienced teams, so they are preferring to come here.
Out in
I
the
guess this
waiting
still
area,
technically
patients
qualifies
like
as a
Alex
horror movie
London
from Turkey,
have
doesn't
just
it?
finished their surgery, ready to be taken to their hotel.
It's an odd experience.
Why do
but
they do it in
it's
Turkey?
fine.
You know, you
Feel
wouldn't
like
know
you're
it,
in
but
heaven.
Turkey... Oh god, that looks
I can't
vile.
really feel my head at all.
It'll be
Ah, it looks
months
like he's
before
sweating
we'll see
blood.
the results, but it's worth the wait for what
I was gonna say, you wouldn't
he
expect that, but
hopes will
Turkey's
boost self-confidence.
surgical industry is actually quite well respected for some reason. I don't know why it got that way, but Turkey has a lot of, well, this, where people go to have their hairs transplanted, and also heart surgeons for some reason. Like, Turkey is renowned for its heart surgery. And not in a, like, lol cow, haha, I'm gonna go down to Mexico and get a surgery done there by the local cartel hitman because it's cheaper than the US. Like, actually respected heart surgery. It's very interesting.
Keep it straight.
So you can't feel anything that they're doing now?
No, can't feel a thing.
Oh god, can you imagine feeling that? If you weren't anesthetized? He looks ridiculous. Okay, I want to see the after.
Head back home.
What? They're not gonna give us an after?
Fantastic. They walked me through. So wait to see how the results are. Go and enjoy Turkey for a few days, and then
They look stupid. They gave him the fucking fuckboy fade. It's so straight and way too artificial looking.
beautiful.
Idiotic. Idiotic. This is so... oh god. $3,000 Thai hair transplant. Okay, I apologize. Maybe this is what the stream is gonna be. We're just going to look at, like, fucked up surgeries on YouTube and mock these people. Which I kind of feel bad for bald men. You have to stoop... you have to fall pretty low in the self-esteem departments to even consider something like this. There was a guy who went to Turkey to get one of these transplants, and it ended up so bad he killed himself. Out of, like, sheer depression of how terrible and goofy it ended up looking.
In this video,
this is where my new hair is going to be.
I'm going to be talking about why I got a hair transplant and how hair transplants work.
And now he's hiding it.
Because it's not like how I thought.
Am I fucking insane? Are these guys insane? Do they have, like, body dysmorphia? That's not even that bad. Like, this is fine. It's not that terrible. The effort takes, like, 6 months to a year to get. Yeah, I mean, your hair has to grow. I get it. But I would imagine that they would follow up. Oh, God, where... I just saw the surgery here. Oh, that is gross.
This area, they have a little tool. It's just like this little bottle with a hair at the end. So they have a whole team working to take the hairs and put them in this little device and shove them into those holes that they've made already. This feels really weird because you can't necessarily feel any pain, but you do feel the pressure of someone kind of torquing your head a little bit. It took hours and hours, and I think I took a lunch break in the middle of it, but mainly I tried to sit on that table, be quiet, and try to get this thing over. At this point,
You think they could automate this, couldn't they, with, like, AI and a robotic arm at this point, I suppose? I don't know, what other fucked up male surgeries are there? People always mock women for getting the, like, BBLs, the Brazilian butt lifts that end up looking ridiculous, but men do some goofy ass shit too. How about that leg breaking surgeries? Hold on. Height surgery procedure. Oh no. Well, this is just a news article. Is YouTube just all shorts now? What is this shit?
So I started off at 5'4" is when I got the surgery done.
It's successful now?
It is kind of crazy.
A much safer alternative to transplants when you're balding is beer. Yeah, get that beer belly. Just, like, lean into it, right? Wear a wife beater. Have a kid, always be surly around the kid and just, like, snap at it. Put out some cigarettes on his collarbone.
Is a wild thing that you're doing, but if it's going to make you happier in the long run, then it's worth it.
5'4", he says he was, which is rough for a man, admittedly.
People would probably like to be a few inches taller.
Oh no, he's like Zelensky size.
To countless articles linking size and success, Being small is seen as a big disadvantage.
Did that autocomplete to is being tall good? It did.
Success. Being small
There's a
is seen
6-foot
as a
guy
big
who got a leg
disadvantage,
lengthening
something you
surgery
can't
to be
do
6'6". Why?
until now.
Bro.
Lengthening surgery is a long, expensive, and painful undertaking, which nonetheless is growing in popularity.
This guy reminds me of Daniel Radcliffe for some reason.
Costing anything up to an eye-watering £120,000, it claims to be able to help patients grow
120,000?
13 centimeters taller.
It was pioneered
Oh my
by
god.
this man, Gavril Elizarov, a Soviet doctor treating injured soldiers returning from the Second World War.
Bro, what?
Changed during the last 70 years, but many of the
Height surgery was invented during the Second World War by a Soviet scientist. I had no idea about this lore. This is awesome. Was he trying to create super soldiers? Hey son, I see your legs got blown off. How about we make you taller and more Aryan?
which is then literally broken in two. A metal rod is put inside and held in place by a number of screws.
God, surgery creeps me the fuck out, bro. I'm... Speaking of dentists, my dentist wants me to get my wisdom teeth removed because, like, I'm one of those people where once a year they hurt. Like, a lot. But it only happens once a year. Like, one of my wisdom teeth will randomly decide to hurt one day out of the year. And whenever I tell a dentist this, they're like, yeah, just get them removed already. But I watched my wife have hers removed, and they actually put you under, like, full body anesthesia. Like, they put you out cold, and that just creeps me out. I really don't feel comfortable just being out like that. Like, having some nurse inject me with something, and then everything goes black. I would be freaking out. Okay, can this F2M actually show us some surgery here? Oh wait, that was a before and after that I skipped. That's pretty good. He's... I mean, if you're gonna go through this, why not aim for the 6 feet, to be honest?
You're really aware of the potential consequences, and that
by doctors who really don't
about your height, but is it really worth putting your body directly in harm's way? According to my...
Did it change his life? Is my question.
I've come about their dysmorphic disorder, or are we actually
Body dysmorphia in men. Survey finds body issues are rising.
treating a body dysmorphic disorder, or are we actually giving
I don't want to be a chud and I don't want to be mean, but like as a guy, you should not have body dysmorphia. That's like having an eating disorder as a guy.
versus people who want a lifestyle choice to be a bit taller is often a difficult and blurred boundary.
You can do it without getting anesthesia? Fuck you. I'm not undergoing torture. Like, I would want to be under it. It just... I guess I have like some sort of a anesthetic phobia. I don't know.
Barney's situation is different. He had a condition which meant he required surgery to straighten his legs.
Hey, good to see you streaming again. Thank you, Big Milkus. It's already been a week. Yeah, I mean, I have been successfully consistent. Through, it's mostly my wife supporting me and just like, Kaya, you yap a lot. Go online. Just stream. Just do it. Even when you don't feel like it. And I gotta be honest, I have that thing where like I really hate myself a lot. Not to the degree these guys do, but I genuinely some days just don't feel like going through with it. And then she tells me to do it anyway, and I do, and I have fun. Just like today.
But my bone growth wasn't there, so therefore on the x-rays you could sort of see it, sort of like, you know, the gap getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and nothing. So I basically had just 2 sticks.
You know, I think if you were like 5'2" at that point, you could maybe go in the opposite direction and actually make yourself shorter. Like, sit in a wheelchair, like Dr. Xavier. Just pretend you're crippled or something, like Cripple Max. Does that mean to tell 5'2" guys to just pretend they're crippled?
Spat out the other side, and whether they go to China, whether they go to Japan, Hong Kong, and it's totally global.
You don't do enough podcasts, go yap on stream? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, on my streams I can be a little more unhinged and free to speak about things. There are things that interest me that I know Jackson and Andrew and Charlie at the time earlier, they would just zone the fuck out. Like, I cannot yap to them about fucking Affinity versus Adobe. They're not going to be listening. They're going to get bored. But you guys, some of you are as autistic as I am. Some of you actually ask me for, like, VPN suggestions. So, you're my crowd, you know. Okay, this video is fucking boring. I was hoping to see broken legs and shit. Surgeon made him 6 inches taller.
i.e. making you taller. It's used traditionally for deformity correction, but is now being offered in some countries as a cosmetic procedure, promising 6 inches of growth. It involves applying an external fixator with pins that are drilled into the tibia. The tibia is then broken with a saw, and it is distracted at a maximum of about 1 millimeter per day.
Bro, this is like a Saw movie.
Consolidation phase, which
Are these guys South African too?
It's a fine balance between not going too quickly, in which new bone doesn't have time to properly form, or too slowly, in which case the bone consolidates and heals. But it's not as simple as that, because all of the nerves, tendons, muscles, and blood vessels have to lengthen as well, and that isn't without complication. But apparently, if you're over 6 feet tall,
Whoops. Okay, I didn't mean to skip that, but... You got Andrew Tate on the pod before he got big? I know. You know, back in the day, we had Andrew Tate... What year was it? It was early, right? It was very early on, and that was way before any of us knew about any of this, like... I think people knew there was like not a rumor, but people low-key knew that he ran like shady, shitty cam girl sites. But nobody knew, at least I didn't, about like, oh, he brags about beating women, he brags about this and that, just being a creepo. We didn't know that. All I knew is that he was kind of funny on Twitter, and that was it. And admittedly, when you do listen to him like joke around, he can be funny. But yeah, early on, we had him on the show, and he made all of us laugh. And then over the years, like slowly, a lot of it just started coming out, and more of this guy just being a fucking weirdo. Him and his brother. I forget the brother's name. Tristan Tate. The both of them. Yeah, odd. But yeah, we did have him on. We had some really big names on. Now that I think about it, it's like not just YouTubers, but randomly Notch. Like Notch doesn't do podcasts, but we had him on the podcast for some fucking reason. The guy decided to buy a mic just for us. It was interesting. Good times. And then some of them turn out to be weirdos, you know. We call it the official podcast curse now. Some of them end up dying, like John McAfee, and may he forgive me from the afterlife for forgetting his name, but the conspiracy theory guy, I forget his name. Yeah, I have no fucking clue what his name was. They end up dying. Some of them turn out to be rapists and creeps, furries, weirdos getting accused of abusing women. In Andrew Tate's case, you know. Fun times. Jeff something, right? Yeah, Jeff C. What happened to Nick Ricada? Oh, that is an old pull. We did have Nick Ricada on, didn't we? Or wait, am I misremembering? No, wait, did we? That guy went off the rails. Anyway, like to answer your question, whatever happened to him, he went off the rails. He started drinking heavily on stream, and then he had like a schizophrenic breakdown. Decided to enter a polycule with his friends. Him and his wife decided to be basically in a polyamorous relationship with another couple. My buddy Carl actually streams about that guy a lot. What's his name? Something Steel Toe. Steel Toe Morning Show with... whoever this guy is. I forget his fucking name. What is his name?
Mark Levin is back at it. Now, this is the kind of shit I like. I'm sorry. I like talking about the news. I like...
Okay, I'm getting off into the weeds here. Point is, Nick Ricada started, you know, doing drugs and drinking, and he ended up in a polyamorous relationship, which you should never do because it is awkward as fuck, and there's always gonna be a fallout. And there was, very public, and everybody on the Kiwi Farms and the 4chans and all the other drama websites laughed at that guy. And this man... deservedly so, because also both couples, like this guy and his wife, and Nick Ricada and his wife, they both have children, like multiple children involved, and I think they found drugs in one of the children's systems. I forget which family's children exactly, but in the court document it said that one of them had like drugs in her system. Like an 8-year-old had cocaine detected in her blood or her hair or something. Really fucking disgusting. Never trust degenerates, I guess, is the lesson here. Dude is destiny obsessed with Hassan. I don't know. Probably with each other. I haven't kept up with any drama lately. The last drama I have kept up with is was Hassan zapping the dog, allegedly. That's about it. Okay, you know what? Let's start this horror movie. So, since I promised it and I don't want to be a liar, we can yap on the side while we ignore what's actually going on screen. This is called Dabbe. And you know, let me pull up the synopsis of this for you. This is a very old horror movie from 2006. A Turkish horror movie which was very, very big at the time. If you ask me why, I cannot answer. But according to IMDb, here's what it's about. A cruel suicide wave spreads from the United States to a small Turkish town where a man kills himself after spending time on the computer. His friends are still getting disturbing emails from him. This was back in the day when like computers were still new. Is Jackson not joining? I sent him an invite. I invited him. Okay? It's out of my hands. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them guys. Jackson doesn't go to bed till like 5 a.m. Andrew doesn't wake up till like 5 p.m. I invite them, but like, I don't even know if they see anything. So, I haven't gotten a reply from Jackson. If he wants to join, he's welcome. But yeah, also for the official podcast Patreon, we're gonna watch another movie too together. So that one, I might make the that Indian movie, the famous one. Let me see if I can find it. It's like, let me look up the name. It's in my notes here. Raja. Maybe Raja Ki Yegi Bharat. Which, if you have never heard of this movie, and I do not blame you if you have not, is kind of infamous among the Indian hater community because this is the plot. Mala is raped by Raja. She takes him to court, but the judge orders her to marry her rapist as punishment. Despite Raja and his family's cruelty, Mala perseveres with kindness, eventually winning them over through her goodness. So this is a movie where a woman gets raped, and then the Indian judge is like, well, you have to marry your rapist, LOL. And the girl's like, okay, LMAO, I guess this is my life now, Ruffle. And it's supposed to be a feel-good movie. Alright, here's Dabbe. With subtitles.
Rüyadasın Tarık. Uyan.
What? What is that, bread? Is that a heart? I have never seen this, by the way. So we're experiencing it together. Is that Mother Mary?
Ölüler gölgene can verdi. Söyle, kimsin sen?
Turn off subs, let us rot. I am tempted. Don't tempt me. Honestly, I think even with subtitles, you're not gonna be able to make much of this. What's moving? Who is this? By the way, I want to point out that this movie is fully available on YouTube, so if YouTube copyright strikes me, I will fucking lose myself. I will lose my goddamn mind if I get in trouble for this. Twitch, looking at you. I know Kick doesn't give a fuck. I could probably perform a cartel execution and Kick still wouldn't ban me. Which is good. Turn off subs and then narrate for us? You know what? Fine. There you go. Subs are off. I'm gonna skip the titles here. Ooh, Dabbe. D-E-B-B-E. I was watching a cartel execution the other day. What the fuck? Okay, fine. I have to look up what the budget was on this. Arrow. Where's the poster? The poster is in the same spot it has been for probably over 10 years now, which is my mom's place in Turkey. Should still be there, you know.
Çıkmıyor ya. İnternetle olan bir işi vardı. Belki de onunla uğraşıyordur hala. Ne olursa olsun 4 gündür ondan hiç haber
They're saying, where is he? Well, he had some business on the internet. Maybe he's still there.
Telefonlara cevap vermemesi çok saçma.
It's weird he's not responding to calls. What is the store? They sell picture frames?
Biz erkeklerde de sizin kadar olmasa da biraz gurur vardır hani. Tabii ki çıkmayacak telefona.
İyi de onu iş yerinden arıyoruz. Sema'nın aradığını nereden bilecek ki?
This is a really weird dub because their lips are not moving in
Vallahi ben onu
synchron.
bunu bilmem de Tarık geçenlerde kendine yeni bir bilgisayar
I think I need
O
subtitles.
esnada da Sema'dan red cevabını yiyince kendini eve kapattı ve bilgisayarına daldı bence.
Beni en son 4 gün önce gece yarısı aradı. Çok şaşırmıştım. Ne oldu Tarık dedim. Biraz sessizce bekledikten sonra
This is very like Death Note-y. Where are all the cats? Well, I have a cat here in America, and then my mom has 2 of them.
Birkaç gün önce bana da aynısını yaptı.
Staying with her, I mean, eventually I will have to inherit them. The 2006 Turkish horror film Dabbe had a reported production budget of $182,000.
Vallahi abicim.
That is way too much.
Söylemek gerekirse adam o yazlığa taşındıktan sonra iyice tuhaf.
Oh, the cartel execution. Well, I was watching it
Orası geceleri
because I saw somebody use the word, the phrase funky towning somebody in like anger. And in case you don't know, Funky Town is a very infamous cartel execution video. It's a video of a guy on the floor with his face skinned. He's been flayed with both of his hands are cut off, but his arms are basically tightened together with like a steel wire or something. And just somebody stabbing him in the throat and putting a fucking machete in his mouth. So that's Funky Town. I was watching that. So I ended up on one of those gore sites, morbidly amused by how awful South America is. And I was watching another video of this guy getting his fucking skin face removed. And I guess he was high. There was no way he was sober because he was so quiet during the whole thing. He was awake. He was conscious. He wasn't dead yet. But they removed his fucking face and he's just like lying there letting it happen like, oh, okay, this is fine. He must have been high out of his mind. Anyway, they cut him open and remove his heart as it's still beating. And it just shocked me for how long the human heart would continue beating, even after being removed from the body. Like up to a full minute of the heart still beating. And I don't know why I brought that up in relation to this movie. I forgot the point I was trying to make, so now you had me rambling about fucking cartel executions like a maniac. Thank you. The cartel allows Latinos to express their native roots. Yeah, I mean, the fucking Aztecs and shit used to do that to children, right? Sacrificial festivals where they would literally eat the hearts of, still beating hearts of little children. Average kick stream. Kick isn't that bad. I haven't kept up with what Kick is about, to be completely honest with you. I am now monetized on Kick, by the way, so if you want to, I think they call them kicks. If you want to buy me kicks or subscriptions, you can, apparently, because I've met the requirement to stream 5 full hours and get, I don't know, like 30 viewers concurrently. So I'm now bought and paid for by Kick. I am not, however, a gambler yet. Maybe I should lean into that. Don't you get money for people spamming Kick Chat or something? I don't know. Do I? What is this voice acting? Is it the computer screaming? Yes, OMG. A goon to you? Thank you.
Olmak üzere hanımefendi. Bir saniye.
I'm getting you paid right now. Thank you. Yeah, keep spamming. Just copy paste the weather report or something.
Buyurun.
Teşekkür ederim.
Sağ olun, iyi günler.
I heard a noise. Where's my frickin' donation thingy? I'm so fucking bad at streaming. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very rusty. I didn't have to, like, worry about subscriptions or anything for a while. Hold on. Samantha is online. Subscribe. Thank you, Samantha. Someone subbed on Twitch. I have to have my chat tell me what a goddamn terrible fucking streamer I am. I'm bad at chilling myself. I'm bad at streaming. Bad at technology too, honestly. I need to get, like, male better at streaming surgery. They need to break my fucking legs and teach me how to stream again. I'm gonna get better at it, I promise. I have to lock in, and every week I'm gonna make a little bit of an, progress and relearn all of the things. Bring the hell yes back. Funny you should say that. I was logged into my Streamlabs today, which, for those of you who don't know, that's what all the streamers use to, like, get tips and do the little, like, alerts box animation things. And it still had the Life is Strange GIFs that I had uploaded, like, 6 years ago, which amused me a little, so I think I'm using them right now. But you're right, I should bring the hell yes back.
Nedir bu bantlar böyle?
Man, Life is Strange is such a disappointing franchise. It started out like so much fun to play on stream, and then the studio got self-conscious and self-aware, and every game since has been a fucking, like, chore to even try to play. Are you still playing games on stream? Not in a while. Not since I started streaming again. Here's the thing. I felt bad because I told all of you guys that I would be playing Life is Strange 2, the double exposure one that came out this year, or last year, I think. And I made it through like 2 hours of that game before I simply got so bored of it. And it was so unfun that it turned me off the idea of streaming in general. Like, I genuinely just didn't enjoy it. And as a result, it was boring for everybody to watch too. It wasn't fun content. I would rather just stream this shit now, right? I prefer just going on fucking Twitter, seeing something that makes me angry or makes me laugh, and then yapping about it. I prefer the yapping over fucking Life is Strange, a ruined franchise. Is she about to get raped? What?
Sen burada mıydın ya? Allah'ım acayip korktum.
That is a tiny man.
Ne yapmışsın evine böyle?
Kusura bakma Hande. Geldiğini duymadım.
Sen iyisin değil mi? Kaç gündür senden haber alamayınca çok
This dialogue is very wooden
Hem
and
telefonunu
robotic.
açmıyorsun ki.
You should try Dispatch, it's very good. It's a new choice-based game by the Telltale
İnternette olan
devs.
işini bitirdin mi bari?
Good as in
Hayır,
like fun bad, or let me see.
4 gündür gece gündüz uğraşıyorsun. Nasıl bir iştir bu böyle ya?
Or let's watch a trailer.
Anlat.
I am open to suggestions. It has to be a game that's actually unironically fun or unironically like bad fun. It can't be Life is Strange. Just bad. This looks like dog shit. Hack and slash furry. Okay, I'll check it out. I mean, I'll give it a chance on your recommendation. If it's bad, I can just refund it. But again, I gotta stop myself from promising things, because then Like I said, it ends up boring and I end up just not doing it
Sana
and
biraz, ne
feeling bad
yapayım ben?
about it.
Boş ver.
I am aware of Dustborn. But I think that's kind of played out, isn't it? Everybody's already made fun of Dustborn.
Aa, hatırladım. Benim dijital kameram sendeydi. Onun işi bittiyse alabilir miyim?
Bitti sağ ol. Kitaplığın altındaki çekmecede.
The new Minecraft update would be cool on stream. What's the new update? Downgraded classic version.
Ya Tarık, pencereleri açıp içeriye havalandırayım biraz.
I've been thinking about hosting a Minecraft server, actually, for... Oh my god, this movie is actually kind of, like, annoying. Stop yapping, lady. Where's the demons? It is an old-timey camera. I saw that Bedrock now has... you can self-host Bedrock, which didn't used to be the case. And I know that a lot of people prefer the Java edition of Minecraft. Me personally, I like the Bedrock edition because it's cross-platform. You know, if you host a server, your friends can join from their phones or their Nintendo Switches. It's convenient.
Aslında sen semadan hemen vazgeçmesen diyorum. Ne demek istediğimi anladın değil mi?
Is she not creeped out by this guy having turned his house into like a schizophrenic murderer's dungeon with newspapers covering every window? Is she not creeped out?
Tarık,
Run for your life, you dumb bitch. What do you mean, Tarık? Run.
Tarık,
Ah,
Tarık.
hello, squirrel watcher. What is that fucking noise? That's awful. Terrible sound effect. Java is great, but it has a lot of limitations. I thought Java is the one that has all the not plugins, mods. This is so stupid. Is it a demon? Show us. What is she looking at? She has like IRL anime eyes, kind of. Jump scare. I think this was before the invention of jump scares, to be honest. What a way to go. No, what? Why am I watching a guy taking a soap bath? Taking a bubble bath. Oh, cut back to the dead guy. Oh my god. That looks like Turkish Arnold. This movie is an old movie because it is the first Turkish horror movie. Okay, that's a Turk writing that. Scary as fuck, disturbing and creepy. I'm watching this shit on nights. I probably get nightmares. It was the worst horror movie I've ever watched that didn't have any logic and was the funniest shit I've ever witnessed. Oh, that's... I already seen other Dabby series on Netflix. It was a good horror movie, but it was sad at the end. Something about who used black magic to put on people who wronged them. Or maybe jealousy. Some of the movies of Dabbe series, you will learn a lot that not all people are good to you.
Alo.
Those who want to watch Turkish horror movies, the list is as follows. Ooh.
Günaydın.
Ooh.
Ne oldu?
Okay. I can't... Okay, Chad, we have to, like, together, we have to groom Jackson into watching these with us. Like, the Turkish horror movie he was already down to watch, but let me see if he's fucking up yet. Nope.
Tarık Poyraz, 23 yaşında. Dün saat 16.40'da yalnız yaşadığı evinde büyük bir mutfak bıçağıyla intihar etmiş gibi görünüyor amirim. Ön otopsi
This movie has a piss filter, you
herhangi
know?
bir darp izine veya
The
şiddet
Mexico piss filter.
Bıçaktaki parmak
This is
izleri
not what
sadece
Turkey looks
kendisine
like.
ait. Zaten çocuk çevresinde son derece normal olarak bilinen ve sevilen biriymiş.
That guy's a big
İnternet
chungus.
üzerinden bir takım
My
borsa
goodness.
işlemleriyle para kazanıyormuş. Son zamanlarda biraz içine kapanmış. Odasındaki dağınıklık da
This guy says, I am 11 years old and my best friend recommended this for me because I like horror movies. And now at 5:34 a.m., I started watching it, and at 6:30 school starts. I think my adrenaline hormones are broken because I'm not scared, and I'm laughing at the demons. Aw, how endearing. There's still kids on the internet just looking at goofy shit.
bunu biz de tam olarak anlayamadık.
Black Magic, see those vids of that guy trolling Africans saying, I'm making you my sacrifice? No?
Neyse tamam.
Is that on YouTube?
Bahsettiğin kız neydi ismi?
Hande Çerkez. Şu anda dışarıda.
That would be mean. They would believe that too. If you can't, if you like went to an uncontacted tribe or something with your fucking cameras and your technology. Imagine strapping like a Meta Quest 3 on someone on Sentinel Island who has never seen anything in his life except like mud and sticks and bugs. It's downright cruel, and we should do it. I fantasize about Sentinel Island a lot, I've found. I recognize this in myself, like, lately. I just find it so fucking fascinating that there's an entire island of uncontacted human beings who have no technology, have still not even invented the wheel. I don't even know if they have fire, right? And we just let them be. And it made me think, like, what's the end game here? Like, once the rest of us actually achieve like spacefaring technology and we become a multiplanetary civilization, and like, you know, everybody has a home on Mars and we have universal basic income and like technology that can cure cancer and to make everybody 7 feet tall without breaking their legs and everything. Like, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna leave them behind? Like, are we never gonna give them the cure to cancer? Are we never gonna tell them that like Ozempic exists? Are we never gonna tell them that like, hey, by the way, if you brush your teeth with this here toothpaste material, then your teeth won't rot and you don't have to live in endless agony and die of your teeth when you're like 32 years old? Or are we just forever gonna let them live like animals on this fucking island because some lady someplace, some crabby lady with dust in her vagina decided that it's just like the nice and sweet option to simply leave them alone forever and ever? It's genuinely bizarre. Like, are we never going to introduce medicine to these people for the sake of leaving them alone in this human zoo that we've let them have? It's genuinely odd. I love the ADHD stream right now. I know. I'm feeling froggy today. I'm feeling odd.
Gece gündüz uğraşıyorsun. Nasıl bir iştir bu böyle ya? Anlatsana biraz. Ne hakkında?
We go back to the movie and the guy has a fucking katana for some reason. How do people watch this without being high or drunk? You mean the movie or my stream? You're more than welcome to numb your feelings. I don't judge you with this movie in particular. Why do you think we like minimalist camping? There is something fulfilling to creating solutions to things like shelter, cooking, food. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but that's not really, like, there are really good YouTube channels where, you know, the guy will go into the woods, like Primitive Technology is one of them, and he will literally make a little cabin out of just everything that he finds in the forest, right? Like the trees and the mud and everything. Makes a really cute cabin with a working fireplace and everything. This guy's about to commit seppuku. And then you have the Sentinel Islands people still. I don't know how old they are. They're people thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And these people still don't have the wheel. Is that the same guy? What is happening? This movie feels very postmodern. I have no clue what's going on. I know Turkish, allegedly.
Rüyadasın Tarık. Uyan.
I hear an old school modem connection noise. Okay, take this movie, put it on like a tablet, right? With an infinite energy source. Like, put it on a tablet that's hooked up to a micro reactor and drop that thing on Sentinel Island. I genuinely want to know what would happen if you take this and combine it with this. Like these people. What would they do?
İntihar aniden olan bir şey değildir ki. Yıllarca içe atılan sırların, acıların bir çeşit dışa vurumudur. Biz onu tanıdığımız sanıyorduk. Ama
Look at this. We don't even have a documentary about these people because no camera has ever been on the island. Meanwhile, they're just dancing around.
It's located only about 20 miles from the intimate islands, only about onu bile yapmazdı.
aslında son zamanlarda
There's just something stirring in me, you know? Something, I don't know if it's the, like, Mongolian mutt genes that Genghis Khan put it in everybody, but something in me, I want to conquer. Like, some dude in South Africa got up today at 8 a.m. to send me his MP3s, and all I can think is, like, South Africa? How would it feel to rule that place? Same with Sentinel Island. And I feel like it would be easy, too. Easier than Pitcairn Island, right? If you guys remember the pedophile island, as we dubbed it on the official podcast. Pitcairn Island has like 50 inhabitants and they're all geezers, but I genuinely think Sentinel Islands might be an even easier conquest. Because I think they have even fewer people, and they're not civilized, so you know they're all like sick. I bet those people never get depression. We could introduce depression. We can introduce them to all of the wonders of modern life. We could introduce them to OnlyFans and taxes, Xanax, alcohol, vaping. Smoking is so, retro. We can introduce them to vaping. Whatever the fuck women are addicted to nowadays. Sheen. I don't know how to pronounce it. All I know is that women love it. Introduce Sheen to the Sentinel Island ladies. One-shot them. I have an ad going. It had 2 Boston Dynamic dogs twerking. I think you can buy those now for pretty cheap. Those like 7 ads. Hold on. Maybe I need to adjust that. I'll adjust it after. Sorry about it. You gotta take into consideration that America's track record with indigenous peoples has been lacking. Probably best to leave them be. Well, you have to take into account that I'm Turkish, like Ottoman. To us, it's like, the way I was raised is, if we colonize you, you should be thanking us. Like, good for you, right? That's the kind of attitude I have. And honestly, I mean, again, the Sentinel Island people, look, are you better off like this as mere animals living in the muck, digging in the dirt for like cockroaches to eat? Or would you rather have technology? Would you rather have a 4K OLED television where you can watch John Wick pirated? I can do that for you. I can eliminate crime, just like El Salvador. I can come in, I can imprison like 80% of the population on Sentinel Island, which is probably like 8 people. And then the remaining 2, like Adam and Eve, I will show them technology and freedom and happiness. I will show them how to brush their teeth and like wipe their asses after going to the toilet. I will show them what a toilet is. Can you imagine? Had a great time hearing you torture Carl on WATP. Thank you. I missed that too. I'll be honest, I had been standing Carl up for a while there. His invites. I've been flaking on him, but I had a lot of fun doing the Bark cast. I mean, if we were someone like Linus Tech Tips, whose net worth is like 400 million, crying, hey, fellow poors, I'm like you. Huh? I don't know what that's a reference to. I know who Linus Tech Tips is. I didn't know about him crying for donations. They don't crave what they don't know, so it doesn't make much of a difference. I know, but that's the point, though. Like, you have to show them what they don't even know that they need, right? Of course I know that this dude here on the left, he doesn't know that he wants to hear me ramble about why Linux is better than Windows. He doesn't know the joys of listening to me rant. Almost nobody does. Only my wife. Only my wife knows the orgasmic joy of listening to me fucking ramble for 3 hours about stupid technology and things that don't matter and how much I hate the Chinese. I could introduce that to the Sentinel Island people. What is this? Ooh, I saw the word America. Oh, the ads. Well, thank you for sitting through the ads. He doesn't know he needs an AI girlfriend. Exactly. Oh, I didn't even think about AI. Oh my god. How cruel would that be? Is that an experiment I can get funded? I hope Notch is watching. Can I get funded? I would like to take somebody who's never heard of AI and introduce them to a chat bot and not tell them. Oh, that would be awesome. But not like a granny on Facebook getting catfished, right? Not like a Nigerian prince scheme. Like, I genuinely want somebody in an uncontacted tribe thinking that he has a like friend on the internet, but it's just ChatGPT. I wonder how long that could go on for. Would it make me a passport bro if I go to Sentinel Island for the ladies? Yes. I mean, they don't... I highly doubt that they would check your passport, and I think you would get speared like a pig within 5 minutes, but yeah, you can try. They would probably be scared to see somebody that doesn't look like them, like you're just anybody who isn't a Sentinel Island skin color. They would be creeped the hell out by you. So I don't know if the ladies would want to, you know, passport bro suck your dick. What language do they speak there? We don't know. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Nobody has ever talked to any of them because I think only ever missionaries, like random Christian ladies, will land on that island to preach about Jesus and they immediately get murdered. They immediately have spears thrown at them. And then they give up. And it's like, why did you give up? We don't need to be sending like grannies with a fucking Bible. Like, no offense, but I mean, these people, they're probably heathens. It's completely pointless to try to convert them. Their souls are forfeit. Forget about it. Just send in SEAL Team 6 with AI robots, send in the fucking robot dogs, right, to do parkour on the trees and shit, and just wow them. We can dress the robots up like dinosaurs or something funny. Put GoPros on them. Live stream, maybe, on Starlink. Okay, I'm being a dick again. I just want to turn the whole island into one big TLC show. Flying McDonald's to their island. Ooh, get them hooked, you mean? Yeah. You know, well, I was thinking, like, can you imagine if we did, like, one of those huge drone shows where they recreate humongous, like, Chinese dragons in the sky using drones? Imagine if we did this. Right over Sentinel Island, below their fucking mind. There it is. That's God. That's not a fucking tiger being rendered by 2,000 individual drones that somebody drew in like Blender or 3ds Max. No, this is God. This would be their God, and we can make them do anything. We could use those drones to like give them directions and shit and like teach them language and the written word. We could be like, okay, tiger God, drone God, commands thou to build houses with roofs and, you know, a sewage system so you don't die of sepsis nonstop. And actually, here's how you deliver a baby carefully and healthily here's what a toothbrush is, and then we can render a gigantic toothbrush in the sky and teach them little by little. They cannot spear every drone, right? They can't shoot their spears up that high. I have the perfect plan. All I don't have is funding. So, Mr. Beast, I'm your man. Get on it. Notch. Anybody. Jeff Bezos. You seem like you care about them, but in an evil way. Like, of all the accusations I've had to face, the idea that I can be malicious is probably the meanest one that genuinely hurts my feelings. God forbid a man have a little bit of fun while helping others enter the modern age. What's your end goal? Again, that's my question though. Okay, what is the end goal of leaving these people just rot on this island forever and not helping them? What's the end goal there? At least with my end goal, they get introduced into modern society eventually after I film a couple of seasons of them running away from robot dogs. We give them medicine. Is that better? Is that noble? Is that acceptable, Chungus Bungus? One of the, did you give up on Pitcairn Islands? No. I have looked into travel there, though, and the thing is, so I would genuinely like to travel again, like go around the planet and just see places, but a lot of the places that people usually recommend are kind of boring sounding to me. Like, yeah, Japan is cool, but also I'm gonna go to Japan and do what? Like, go to Disney, look at Pokemon. I kind of want to go to places that people don't usually visit, and one of those places is Pitcairn Islands. However, the journey there sounds like a complete freaking pain in the ass, because apparently you have to be on a boat for 36 hours. After getting on a plane, you have to go to wherever this boat picks you up, which is one of the closest countries to... You know what? Let's look up Pitcairn Island on a map here. Okay, that didn't work. Thank you, DuckDuckGo. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is Pitcairn Island, all right? You zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out, you zoom out more, you zoom out some more, you zoom out more. Okay, and there it is. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere, so you have to, I guess, apparently either go to Mexico or Peru. So by plane, you have to fly to one of these countries or New Zealand, which... Actually, yeah, it looks like New Zealand is the closest. And New Zealand alone is like a 20-hour plane ride, right? Like a 25-hour plane ride from America. And then you have to get onto a 36-hour boat ride to go to the Pitcairn Islands. But I kind of want to, you know? I don't know if I really want to subject my wife to this, or if this is one of those soul quest adventures that I just have to, you know, take a backpack and do it solo. I don't know. My dream is to live there one day and inherit it, since all the people living there are kind of like old geezers, apparently. They're all 50 plus, so I could just move there and wait for everybody to retire and die. You would have to stream the whole thing. Well, that's the other thing. It used to be that Pitcairn Island apparently just didn't have internet, so if they wanted something, like if they wanted to watch a movie, somebody would have to import the movie on an actual like USB drive, shipped to them, like via ship. You literally had to wait for data files on a USB drive on a ship to arrive to your island. But nowadays we have Starlink. I don't know if Starlink covers Pitcairn Islands, but I don't know why it wouldn't. Pitcairn Island, Starlink. Starlink goes live on Pitcairn Island. Perfect. Why wouldn't I live here? All I have to do is convince my wife, you guys, that she never gets to see anybody in her life ever again, and we're gonna have to live on this isolated island. I swear to God, the things I would do if I was still a bachelor. If you're a bachelor listening to this, why aren't you invading Sentinel Island? Wear armor. Get a gun. Sneak a gun in there. Who cares? Get on a boat like McAfee. Take it over. Shoot all those savages. Who cares? Take it over. Have fun. Maybe I am a bad influence, huh? I visited South Philippines in the middle of their little civil war in the main island south when I was visiting family. It was pretty interesting. They had a civil war? Who knows, Kaya, you could be the next Hitler if you get this right. Look, I'm not trying to discriminate against anybody. I'm just saying there's these islands out there that are basically unguarded. Right? Pitcairn Island is guarded by like 20-something boomers. Sentinel Island is guarded by like 20-something uncivilized, unwashed dum-dums. Okay, let's try to figure out what's going on in this movie again. I mean, I've been paying attention, but I assume you guys haven't been. Her TV is getting hacked. That's stupid. Oh, she has a Scarface poster. Hello, Pax Indica. Did you see the Ladyboy War happening between Thailand and the Philippines? No? The Ladyboy War? Is there like turf wars on the border? We should send like a giant effigy monster to North Sentinel Island yearly. Again, my friend, we have the technology. Like, we could. I know you're saying it as a joke, but we unironically could like make a gigantic Jurassic Park-ass animatronic, hook it up to like basic AI and send it in there. We could have a T-Rex chasing these people on TV for our amusement, and we aren't. And I don't know why. Am I insane? Am I like crashing out right now? Why aren't we having fun with this? We can still turn it into a charity thing to like sell it to the women, right? We can have like the T-Rex can poop out like Red Cross food packs or something to give them nourishment and medicine. We can still turn it into like a GoFundMe thing. But it's just bizarre to me that everybody's just okay with this. Like, yeah, here in the, first world, I get to watch whatever I want on my 4K OLED TV and grow old and, die in my sleep of old age at 82 or something. And meanwhile, these people, they're condemned to live like animals in these fucking straw huts they made. Eating dirt. Like, why? Why do these children have to eat dirt? Seems mean. Those sorts of things probably already exist. There are rich old money families who are worth 100 trillion plus who get bored. Oh, you think they go there and do like a purge? Like a Hunter Biden just goes in the Sentinel Islands with a fucking rifle shooting these kids. Trophy hunting? Maybe. I'm not in that world. None of us are, so we wouldn't know. It's possible. My God, how can it possible? Aliens look at us like Kaya looks at Sentinel Island. That would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Maybe there's an alien out there somewhere thinking, dude, Earth is right there. Why aren't we fucking with them? Like, they're right there. Look, there's a country called America. Like, why aren't we just blowing it up for fun? Why not? Why don't we just fly a gigantic drone swarm in space and freak them out? Why not? And then Zorglop has to friend like, no, No, we can't do that. We're not going to freak the humans out. That would be mean. It's immoral. We just have to let them live isolated and die on their fucking Earth. Don't have a savior complex, yeah. Let them rot. Where is Sentinel Island? I'm gonna look that up next. Maybe we can crowdfund that invasion. What? It's so close to everywhere. Look at this. They're not even in the middle of nowhere, like Pitcairn Island. At least I understand Pitcairn Islanders getting left alone because it's a pain in the ass to get there. What is this? You could probably swim here from Tarmugli Ilana and Wandur, Rutland Island. Okay, chat, we need a GoFundMe. I'm feeling froggy. We need to actually do this. We need to put our back into it. You know, roll up our sleeves. One of these two islands has to get it and get it good and hard. Pitcairn Island or Sentinel Island. Pick one. The thing with Pitcairn Island is, because they're civilized like Western people, you could probably just move in and wait for all of the boomers to die off. Or outvote them. Whereas on North Sentinel Island, you might actually have to deal with some spears being chucked your way. Was he trapped inside Internet Explorer there? What is happening? A minute? Okay, let me check these ads. Making me feel guilty for having ads on Twitch now. Oh my god. Okay. I see what the issue is. Okay, that should hopefully reduce the amount of ads. I don't get total control, so bear with me. Sorry about it. You can also try to invade Great Nicobar Island. They also have an uncontacted tribe? Hold on, I've never heard of this. Great Nicobar Island. It's the Nicobar Islands of India, north of Sumatra. It's part of India, and the Nicobar district within the Union Territory, blah blah. Is this the same region? In a minute. It is. It is the same region. What the? Why does India have like all of these uncontacted islands that are just sitting idle, being terrorized by unwashed savages? Why? I want that place. Oh, this is even bigger than Sentinel Island. Look at this. Okay. Champagne tribe? Nicobar Island, Champagne tribe. Champagne people. Oh, yeah, look at them. They're designated as a particularly vulnerable tribal group. And the Turk is still getting haunted, I see. Is he turning gay? What is happening to him? He's getting ravaged by the demon. Uh-oh. Moo. Moo. The black cloud is having sex with me. Garg. Okay, that's very scary. Anyway, back to the Champagne people. Champagne is possibly an English mispronunciation of Shamhap. The Nicobarese, named for the tribe, the Champagnes living on the western side of the island, call themselves Kalai, and those on the eastern side Kaet, with both groups referring to each other as Buevala. A suggestion from 1886 that the Champagne call themselves Shavdav has not been confirmed. Society well, at least they have a language. Due to the proposed Great Nicobar Development Plan, hectares of land on Great Nicobar Islands will be reclaimed to build Hong Kong, India. With an airport? Oh, this is played out, bro. They already got this place. Somebody else owns it. The fucking Chinese already own this island. Fuck them. We're gonna have to settle for... Oh, thank you. My wife brought me popcorn. Okay, well, we're gonna have to settle for North Sentinel Island, chat. Sorry. You didn't know that? It's okay, we can find out together. All of these little factoids as we're picking an island to invade. You know what we can do? Okay, you know what? Let me go on Twitter. Let me get on Grok. How oh my god. How feasible would I was misspell something. Would it be to actually invade an island like Pitcairn Island or those unwashed savages on North Sentinel Island? Would me and my friends have to sneak in guns through... Where is this place anyway? India? India, Bangladesh. Through surrounding countries? And also, once taken over, how difficult would it be to have foreign nations recognize our new utopia? Okay. Question. Who's this nerd? These are the two most Turkish-looking men ever.
İnsanlığın karşısında olduğu bu durumu bilimin de ötesinde çok ciddi bir boyutta olduğuna inanıyorum.
Biraz açabilir misiniz?
Like my favorite Turkish food.
Bilim adamıyım.
Döner.
İnsanlığı ilgilendirecek bu konuya yapacağım yorum çok açık ve nettir.
I will show you.
Bizim bilmediğimiz ve şu ana kadar asla olamayacağına inandığımız bir takım metafizik ögeler artık harekete geçmiştir. Yani madde ötesi diye dışladığımız hadiseler artık reddedilemez bir boyuta gelmiştir. İşte internette olan bu olayların, intiharların, cinayet...
Okay, so Iskandar is when you have a plate of meat, essentially, and then you have a goon, a Turkish goon. You have these waiters carrying the plates of meat to your table, okay? And then you have a goon who carries a boiling pot of butter, who comes in to drench the meat in boiling butter. Look at this. This is holy. Okay, this is our common religion. Forget about Christianity, Islam, whatever. This is God. You take this, you take it to North Sentinel Island, and you show them this. I dare them not to worship us. Look at this. Oh my god. And some of you guys think I'm a bad guy because I want to introduce them to this food. I rest my case. Chat. I like the slow-mo porn shot right there. Okay, that's my favorite food.
Hiçbirinin bilimsel açıklaması yapılamıyor. Bu sanki
Honestly, we don't even have to use, like, force, do we, to take North Sentinel Island? Just show them yummy foods. Honestly, just start airdropping Oreos. Just American fast food.
hele ki biz bir Müslüman ülkeyiz. Böyle şeylerden etkilenmeyiz demek bana cehaletin ve sorumsuzluğun en ileri seviyesi.
Invading a remote island like Pitcairn or North Sentinel Island would be extremely unfeasible for a small group like you and your friends. Logistical challenges. These islands are isolated in the Pacific Ocean, requiring long-distance travel by boat or plane. Okay, I mean, we know. Legal and military barriers. Both are under the sovereignty of major nations. UK for Pitcairn, India for North Sentinel. Both of those are lolcow nations. Who gives a fuck? Oh no, the UK might get mad at you. Oi mate, do you have a license to take over this island? Fuck you. India. Any attempt at invasion would trigger international law violations, potentially classified as piracy, terrorism, or armed aggression. Nearby naval patrols or international monitoring could detect and intercept intruders quickly. The Sentinelese are known for hostile responses to outsiders, adding unpredictable danger, while Pitcairn residents are connected to global authorities. What are they, like fucking Epstein? What? Arms and sneaking weapons. Transporting guns or weapons internationally is heavily regulated. You'd face customs checks in transit countries, where undeclared firearms could lead to immediate arrest. Sneaking them in is theoretically possible, but involves high risk. Gaining international recognition for a, quote, new utopia, which it aggressively put in scare quotes. If somehow an occupation occurred... Occupation. I like that. Chat. Okay, we have to do the, like, salty spittoon occupation of Sentinel Island. I want to occupy... Forget about Gaza. They can have Gaza. I don't care. I want Pitcairn Island and North Sentinel Island. Under international law, a new state needs defined territory, permanent population, government, and capacity for foreign relations. But seizing lands by force violates the UN Charter's prohibition on aggression. Hey, that's the UN. Diplomatic recognition. Most countries prioritize stability in existing alliances. Recognition typically requires broad consensus, often via the UN. This sounds like a lot of red tape. Like way too much bureaucracy, you know what I mean? You need to establish governance, economy, infrastructure. Oh my god. Okay, how many people are watching? 47. Like, I think I can get a foreign minister out of one of you guys, right? I'll be king. And then we can have like 47... I don't know. What does the UN need? Like, Congress people. You guys are congressmen now. On Pitcairn Island. And we will have inmates. However many people live on Pitcairn Island. Let's see what the latest numbers are. $35. Okay, we already outnumber them. We could beat their asses right now, like today, if we wanted to. Maybe not today, because we actually have to still travel there. But if all 47 of us got together, we could do it. Russia has hundreds of abandoned cities. Just take over one of them. Yeah, but that's in Russia. I don't want to live under somebody else's domain. I want to have my own island that is isolated.
Hande şu anda yemek hazırlıyor. O da sana
You never get to order anything on Amazon again. I guess that's the downside. But I can live with that. All in favor say aye. Yeah.
Tarık'ın daha önce hiç tuhaf huyları var mıydı?
I genuinely think like 35 is nothing. I really think a sufficiently motivated young man could probably do it on his own. And I don't even mean like a John Wick. I mean like if you're 22, male, relatively fit, if you can do a couple of push-ups and you know how to use guns, you could totally take this island on your own. Right? Hell, like a motivated 15-year-old. Maybe that's what I need, is child soldiers. I like how they're most famous for a sexual assault trial in 2004. And widespread sexual abuse. Like it wouldn't even be immoral to take this place over and kick out all the inhabitants. You'd be doing the world a favor, apparently.
Kim arıyorsunuz? Kimsin?
He's listening to a modem on his phone. Fuck it, I'm in. Good. How old are you? How much do you have to lose? I think we need people that have not much to lose. We need motivated. Motivated in a bad way. We need like disaffected young men, I think is what we need. So if any of you guys are disaffected young men, or if you know any angry incels, that's what I need to take over this island. They have Galapagos giant tortoises on Pitcairn Islands because some guy introduced them to the fauna. Listen to this. Irving Johnson, skipper of the 29-meter Brigantine Yankee 5, introduced 5 Galapagos giant tortoises to Pitcairn. The protection order makes it an offense should anyone kill, injure, capture, maim, or cause harm or distress to the tortoises. Aww. That wouldn't be us. I love animals, so we're not going to hurt any of the animals. Did you know that Pitcairn Island has... They sell the world's most expensive honey, the world's most expensive raw honey, because Pitcairn Island is so far away from civilization and all sorts of like pollution that the honey, the pollen that all the bees collect is so pure and unpolluted that they make the world's most expensive honey. And honey can get very expensive, by the way, in case you don't know. If you go on Amazon.com and you type in Manuka honey, you will see... Is this the brand? Hold on. Let me find the brand that I... No. There's something called Manuka honey, which is native to New Zealand, I think, which supposedly has a lot of health benefits, but this shit gets more expensive than like liquid gold. And that can be our grift. We can take over Pitcairn Island, and we can sell chud honey. We can sell racist, Nazi, bigoted, Kaya is a bad person, this is why Charlie left the podcast honey, at like $1,000 a pound from pure untouched virgin incel bees. It's the perfect plan if you think about it. I'm not being a retarded rambling maniac at all. Anyway, this is what I daydream about, chat. You do a Chris Griffin impression? I don't know who that is. Oh, they even figure out their honey is expensive? It's not an uncontacted tribe. Like, Pitcairn Island has a website and everything. They actually openly invite people to move there. I saw this once. I don't know if it's on this website or... They have an immigration website. Hold on. Yeah, look at the... Okay, can you die more quietly? What the fuck? You know what? I'm gonna split the screen here. That'll make it easier. Alright, here we go. We're multitasking, chat. Pitcairn Island has an immigration website. Welcome to the official site of Pitcairn Island Immigration. Please be advised that settlement process for Pitcairn is currently under review, and while those settings are finalized, applications will only be granted in exceptional circumstances. I think a violent invasion is sort of a circumstance, right? Like an exceptional one. We therefore recommend that applicants with no prior connection to Pitcairn await the end of the review process. No, I don't think I will. Start the process. Interested in immigrating? The process includes sending a completed application form to Pitcairn's immigration officer and waiting for further instructions from Pitcairn Island office. Okay, where's the form? How to apply. Pitcairn is only accessible by sea. Before you complete your settlement application form, go to the Pitcairn tourism website, blah, blah, blah. Aha. Click here. Aha! You need a separate application form for each individual applicant, yada yada. Full name, all of your docs, passport number, place of issue, what is your father's full name, phone number. Have you ever been married in a relationship like a marriage or civil partnership? They sound like choosy beggars. What's with all the questions here? Please give the full address of where you intend to live on Pitcairn. The island? What? Do you have to be a pedophile? What's the youngest you've jerked off to? Yes, no. Please fill in. What kind of lolicon do you enjoy? Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Mr. Epstein? Have you ever been deported, removed, or otherwise required to leave Pitcairn? Can you imagine being deported from Pitcairn Island? Who's gonna enforce it? By the authority of the Queen, I order you to deport thyself from our island. Or what? Who are you gonna call? You can't call the cops. It'll take them like 2 weeks to arrive by boat. When was your previous application made? If this application is different in any way, explain how. Do you have any criminal convictions in any country? Yes, no. What was your sentence? Maybe, I think they are like low-key asking, hey, are you in for child porn? Have you ever been concerned in the commission, preparation, organization, or support of acts of terrorism, either within or outside the United Kingdom? Or have you ever been a member of an organization which has been involved in or advocated terrorism in furtherance of its aims? These are normal questions, by the way. In case you don't know, as an immigrant, I had to fill out oodles of these forms for immigration in the US. And every other question is basically a variation of this is, hey, so are you ISIS? No, what about Al-Qaeda? What about the Mexican cartels? Do you have any connections to any terrorist organizations? And you have to like take it seriously too. Like you can't just giggle. You can't like laugh like LOL, what a dumb question. No. You have to sit there with a genuine like straight face and you have to answer the officer. I don't know if they're called officers, but you have to answer like the Customs and Border Patrol agents as he's asking you the most ridiculous, like, have you ever funded terrorism? And you have to sit there like, no. Like, why am I being asked the what? And they go, well, it's procedure. We have to ask these. I remember one of the questions that I had to fill out to be a legal immigrant here was like whether or not I was part of the Ku Klux Klan founded in 1911 or something like that. I had to like check no, I'm not part of the Ku Klux Klan. May I immigrate, Uwu? Airport asks you honestly answer if you are a terrorist. Yeah. Like, I get why it's procedure, which is a very interesting, weird experience. Because your immigration attorney will coach you too, which is what I had to do. My immigration attorneys are very good. They did their job very well. At some point, I was in a Zoom call with one of their, whatever you call them, like a paralegal lady. And she was coaching me through the questions, asking them just like a real agent would. And she would go like, okay, well, they're going to ask you these questions and it may sound weird, but, you know, when they ask you if you're part of ISIS, just say no. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Why would they ask me that? But it is procedure. Anyway, Zoomer ADHD brain here, I guess. Maybe I have ADHD after all. Pitcairn Islands, we can apply, but I guess they're not currently taking applications, so that only leaves one option. The non-consensual one. Okay, so far from this movie, I get there's a smoke demon that transmits itself via the internet. Is that the story? Kai, I'm telling you, you're sleeping on the inaccessible island. Wait, which one is that? If we go to Pitcairn, we would be closer to Jackson. Keeping the movie on screen like it's some sponsor, I know. Well, I kind of want to pay attention. I want to know what it's actually about. I thought it would be funnier. But I guess I'm not high or drunk, so I'm not really getting it. Maybe. It's going over my head.
Acıktın değil mi canım? Yemeği hemen hazırlıyorum. Artık kızartma falan yapmayacağım. Kolesterolüne dikkat etmen lazım.
Oh no, it is a nightmare. She's yapping about his cholesterol.
Meyve yiyeceksin. Sigarayı bırak artık demekten dilimde tüy bittiği için.
She wants him to stop smoking?
Ama doktor
She's a demon, kill her. He's crying. He's crying because he was told he cannot smoke anymore.
Şeker ve tuz.
No salt?
Ama önemli bir şey daha var. Onu da sen söyle.
I'd be stabbing this hag.
Evet bildin aşkım.
Just woke up, how late am I? Very. So where do you live that you just woke up? Are you in Australia? Are you in New Zealand? Because I may have a job for you, my friend, if you just woke up. Jump scare. Very yellow filter. My body, my cigarettes. I agree. Sometimes Foids want to tell you what to eat and you just gotta, you know, give them the old backhand slap.
Aşk bir zehirdir.
Love is a poison.
Ne demek şimdi bu?
Bunu bana nasıl yaparsın? Beni aldattın.
Well, to be fair, if you do cheat on a woman, you deserve to get haunted by corny jump scares.
En acı tarafını keşfetmiş bulunuyor. Ne olduğunu merak ediyor
I'm
musun?
from Southeast Asia.
Hem seni
Where's that? Which country? Name a country. What time is it?
İşte beni boğan bu. İşte beni boğan bu.
What is happening? Is Turkey truly the cielo? No. Philippines, okay. I had a friend in the Philippines. I don't know a whole lot about the Philippines except what I see in TLC when, like, a Filipino girl starts dating a balding, fat American rich guy for a green card. I know the Filipinos are really good at English. I know that. But that's about it. Google inaccessible islands. Okay. It's actually called Inaccessible Island? Who the fuck named this? What? Oh my god. It isn't in the middle of nowhere. And it's like twin islands, or triplets. Look at this. There's an even smaller one. Inaccessible Island is a volcanic island located in the South Atlantic Ocean. Okay, well, it's volcanic, so that's already a red flag. Like, you don't want to wake up one day like those dorks in Pompeii, right? Holding hands with your fucking boyfriend, just frozen in time, getting cooked to death. That's already a downside, but let's see. 31 kilometers southwest of Tristan da Cunha. Its highest point, Swales Fell, reaches 581 meters. Nobody cares. It's part of the archipelago of Tristan da Cunha, which is part of the overseas territory of the United Kingdom. Oh my god, the fucking queen everywhere. Can these guys leave us alone? Tristan da Cunha itself is accessible only by sea via a 7-day voyage from Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, well, I got some clout with South Africa now. I don't know if you guys know, but, you know, Kaya.fm, South African radio here. I got connections is what I'm saying. I can get my boy Puma Venini probably to hook us up with a boat from Cape Town, if I really tried. But 7 days? That is long. We're gonna have to pack a lot of Doritos. The harbor on Inaccessible Island allows access for only a few days of the year. Access to inaccessible islands must be granted by the local government office. Did trolls write this? Who named this? It was discovered in 1656 during a voyage by the Nachtglas, a Dutch ship under the command of Jan Jacobzoon. It was discovered 146 years after Tristan da Cunha was first sighted by Portuguese sailors. Jacobzoon originally named it Nachtglas Island. That would have been a way cooler name. Okay, we can take this over and rename it to Night Glass. That sounds cool as shit. They have penguins. Okay, I'm in. You got me. You win me over. Inaccessible Island it is. Okay, so we have 3 candidates now. You know what? Keep sent. Fuck it. I get penguins. I don't even care about them fucking losers on Sentinel Island. Die in the dirt. I don't give a shit. Die in childbirth. Fuck you. Go to hell. I want penguins. I want pet penguins. How many people live here? Well, they have a government, so I assume a lot of people live there already. It doesn't say the population. A British ship which set sail. Okay, let's ask Grok. Accessible islands population.
Durumlar vahim Süleyman. Ankara'dan az önce fax geldi. 2 gün içerisinde bu ölümlerle ilgili detaylı
This movie's on Breaking Bad Mexico filter. Yeah, I pointed that out too. It's very, very yellow.
yarın bir şeyler hazırlayıp masama koymazsan başımız çok ağrıyacak.
It has that like musty AI yellow filter on it. Inaccessible Islands has no permanent human population.
Bırak şimdi dünyayı kardeşim. Bu tür şeylere dalarsan başımızı daha da ağrıtırsın.
Oh.
Galeyana gelmiş bahane arıyor. Senin görevin belli.
Wait, so, okay, I get it. This place is owned by the surrounding countries and the UK, I guess. But itself is just a preservation territory for penguins? Nightingale Island, Go Island, Tristan da Cunha. Okay, we can invade it, but we're gonna have to have a, you know, we're gonna have to have a rule that nobody gets to fuck with the penguins. The penguins get their own territory on the island, and the rest of us, we can like build our huts and our cabins in a small part of the island. How big is it? Area 12 square kilometers. That's plenty for like 47 people. That's a lot. That's more than enough. It's gonna be sort of a sausage fest. You know, I assume all of you guys are men, but still. We can invite women. Imagine trying to get laid on one of these islands. It's just you and like 40 other dudes. You're chatting on Discord telling a girl like, yeah, it's only a 7-day sail. You want to hang out? You want to Netflix and chill? You just have to be on a boat for like 500 hours. They assassinate any animals that try and invade, like that SEAL team that killed the weasel that found the endangered parrot islands. Aww. That's actually cute if it's only penguins and not people. Yeah. The town is actually on the main island that houses the volcano. You mean Tristan da Cunha? Colloquially, Tristan is a remote group of volcanic islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. I think they're all volcanic. I mean, in these areas of the ocean, it's usually just volcanoes are fucking peppered everywhere. And eventually they're gonna blow up, so you are gonna get Pompeii'd. What is she reading? The Armageddon War is very near, it says. Of course it's British too. It really, everything almost reminds me of the meme that says you were born too early to explore space, you were born too late to explore Earth. Everything fun has been done by the goddamn British. In like the 1600s, the British and the Dutch, they got to invade and discover all of these fun little islands. Can you imagine being in the 1600s and 1656 or whatever, being this guy with your little helmet, you come across an island, pristine, untouched snow, uncorrupted by the forces of man. You set foot down in the beach, and it's just a bunch of penguins, and nothing else, it's just penguins. And you look at it and you go, by the authority of the Queen, I bequeath this island to you, the penguins, and from this day henceforth, no human may ever walk these shores besides me and penguins. These men live like gods, and now everything's been done. None of us are gonna ever feel the same way again, unless we do it ourselves. We roll up our sleeves and we roll up on these fucking islands and we take them back. from the goddamn North Sentinelese. Tristan has a population of 200, I think. Okay, that may be a little tougher to take over. Okay, we're definitely gonna need guns for Tristan in that case. Like Pitcairn Islands, whatever the population was it like 35 or something? You could reasonably stab your way into conquering that, right? Like I said, a motivated young man stabber could take that place. 200? You're gonna get tuckered out. You're gonna get tired, and eventually somebody on that island is gonna fight back. 200 is too many. We need guns. Look at the capital's name, though. It's pretty darn cool. Of Tristan? I don't see the capital. Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. That is kind of cool. Oh, they have a photo. Oh my god. This is heaven. This is what I imagine when I think I want to be a hermit. I just want to live away from everything. This is it. Look at this. There's no horizon. It just curves into infinity. They need more trees. You could plant some trees, but other than that, this is so beautiful. Imagine how clean the air must feel. Suburb but island. Yeah? No Walmart? Like, it's a suburb, but without all of the downsides of living in an actual country. Beautiful. I envy these people. I envy them. And I want their land. I want their land, chat. All of this should be us. 47 of us? 34 now. People are tuning out because this movie is so fucking awful and I've been going on for too long, but it's like a house for everybody listening right now. Okay, how long is this movie? Still half an hour. Has anyone been paying attention? Does anybody know what this is about? Didn't you have to pay like $200 for like 500 megabytes of internet on the Pitcairn Island? No, I already talked about this. They have Starlink now. So whatever Starlink costs, they're connected to the internet. I've seen streams from people on Pitcairn Island. Then all of a sudden some hunchback people in NATO boats show up. Oh, NATO. Boats show up and say, this island was promised to us 7,000 years ago. That's why you need guns. I would be sinking every damn ship that even comes close to my shores. Okay, let's try something. Let's try really paying attention. For once.
Şirince köyünün yakınında bir yerlerde dünyadan kopuk yaşayan bir deli diye tanınıyormuş.
O deli falan değil. Nereden bildi? Nasıl bildi bilmiyorum ama 388 et sıfırın ne olduğunu bugün söyledi aslında.
388 at
Biraz daha
0.
açık konuşursan biz de anlayacağız.
Burada ne yazıyor?
What?
Şimdi ne yazıyor?
This is a big plot twist we're witnessing. Oh, it's the name of the movie. The Bear. Dun dun dun. That is such a piss filter, holy moly. We can livestream Conquering the Islands. That's what I'm thinking. Like that guy who recently went to India to film himself in the Poop Festival. We could do that, but, you know, I don't want to say stabbing old people on Pitcairn Island. So how do we dress it up in a PR friendly way? Diversifying Pitcairn Island, which is historically pretty white, with immigrants? Question mark? Me? One of you guys is Filipino, right? That counts. Just diversity. We're enriching Pitcairn Island with a stabbing or two. Just like the UK. I just looked it up, LMAO. It takes 7 days for the police to arrive in Tristan from St. Helena. That is so fucking awesome. That's like the one downside. I was actually, for a little while there, for teeny tiny moments, I was considering, like, what if I actually did move to Pitcairn Island eventually? Like, when I'm old, when me and my wife are old, maybe we could retire there. What are the economics like? What's it like buying property there? The one downside really is, though, if you have a medical emergency, you're fucked. Like, if any of you in the chat have ever been to, like, like an emergency room. I had to go to the emergency room once because I couldn't poop. But, you know, if you ever had to be in an urgent care, what do you do? If you break a leg, what do you do? If you slip and fall and hit your head and the local doctor is just too drunk that day, he's just out cold for whatever fucking reason, what do? You can't do anything. You just die. Because the nearest hospital is like 10 days away from you. If you get in a car accident, you're fucked. Not that they probably have cars, but let's say you're biking and you fall off one of the fucking hills. You're done. You're donezo.
Nasıl anladın Dabbe olduğunu?
Söylememeliydim. Söylememem gerekirdi. Söylememem gerekirdi. Söylememem gerekirdi.
Is this guy like Turkish Gollum?
Söylememeliydim. Söylememeliydim.
Operating on myself is safer than the ERs there. Here? Oh. Fair.
Bana ve karıma zarar verecekler.
Karın var mı senin?
Oh, this is the madman.
Hani nerede?
Burada.
Oh no, he's an incel.
Senin karın falan yok.
He's lying about having a
Neden
wife.
göremiyoruz?
You don't have a wife.
Göremezsiniz. Çünkü benim karım insan değil.
My wife isn't a human. Jeez. I know it's a woman, but come on. Simple two local doctors. I mean, still, like, the kind of doctor you're going to have on Pitcairn Island is going to be like a family doctor, right? Like, he can prescribe you aspirin, I guess. But that's it. Again, if you have anything actually urgent, you're screwed.
Sana Dabbe hakkında o mu bilgi verdi?
Evet. Dabbe cinleri kullanarak insanları öldürüyor dedi. Ama bize
This guy low-key looks like Sacha Baron Cohen doing a role.
söylediğimiz için bizi de öldürecekler. Artık cinler insanlara görünecek. Her tarafta onlar olacak. Çok az kaldı. Çok az kaldı.
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so our shortlist is Pitcairn Island, North Sentinel Island, and Inaccessible Island, which needs a new name, by the way. I am open to suggestions for any other islands to pillage and diversify. Let's see, what else is there? Here's a teeny tiny archipelago.
Kimmiş o? Senin karın olduğunu söylüyor. Ama senin karın öldü değil mi?
Ziya, kes şu saçmalıkları.
Cinler ölüleri de
Nothing here.
taklit edebilir.
Peki neden biz onları göremiyoruz?
The healthcare in my state is falling apart because they're allowing people to become doctors without passing English and math. They're becoming doctors after 2 years, the usual suspects. Where do you live? What state?
Bize görünmenin yolunu buldular. Çünkü...
Ah. See, he's seizing. He's having a demon seizure. If this happened on Pitcairn Island, he would be cooked. Help him! Why are they just watching this guy have a fucking seizure? He's dying, bitch! Roll him on his side! They really just stood there and watched this man die. They didn't even lift a finger. This man here didn't even change his pose. He just fucking teleported outside with his hands still in his pockets. Cool as a cucumber.
Saçma.
Bütün dünyada ölen herkesin bilgisayarlarından dabbe çıkması da mı saçma?
Ben bu ilişkiyi cinlere bağlamak yerine kendilerine dabbe diyen bir topluluğa bağlamayı tercih ederim.
Ya
Oh, he's trying to blame Anonymous. The
Hepimiz
internet
bazen
group.
halüsinasyon veya tuhaf rüyalar görürüz.
He doesn't believe in the jinn. Is this movie known popular? It was in 2006 in Turkey. That's about it. So...
Karınıza ne oldu?
No. Not at all. It's kind of a cult classic in Turkey, but that's about it. And meanwhile, if you just tuned in, we're not even really watching it. We're fucking looking at islands to take over. Because for some reason, that's my obsession lately. Falkland Islands. South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. What? Prince Olaf Harbor. What? Look how beautiful this is. The Sandwich Islands? Yes, please. Yeah, I guess it's just one photo, but still. Looking for islands to take over as Kaya's form of popcorn. I have some actual popcorn here too, thanks to my wife. But yes, when I'm lying in bed at night and I can't sleep, like some people count sheep, I actually just think about, okay, what if I lived on an idyllic island? Just heaven, away from the world. Anonymous is gone. I find it funny when the government-owned Anonymous makes fake videos. Are you talking about the Anonymous Twitter account? I see that too, which is very amusing because they are verified on Twitter. This one, I think. Anyway, point is, they're called Anonymous, but on Twitter, somebody's running the account that had to submit ID to get verified. You know, they get made fun of for it. What if we all just marry whatever old ladies are on the island so we inherit it all? Look, you can take one for the team, if that's how it works. Well, they're all under British rule, though, so you would have to marry the Queen, who's dead now, so you would have to... Who's the next in charge right now? Who's the King of England? Is it Charles? You would have to marry that guy. And be his little bottom bitch. His little foit queen. And I guess inherit the islands. My method, I think, is a little simpler. We go in there, we stab a little, just Just a little bit of stabbing. We take it. And then we could sell land, actually. We could do the, you know that scam where you can become a lord? Was that blackface? That is blackface. Oh, that is super blackface. Look at that. That looks stupid. Ooh, that's a lot of shoe shine for one face, isn't it? Oh no, the blackface demon killed him. Killed him dead in a pool of blood. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna say, we could divide up the island into like 1 square foot little squares and then sell like titles. Hey, you are the lord of Pitcairn Island. You are now a lord, and we can sell them on the internet, and we can have like sponsorships for podcasts and stuff. We can have Charlie shill our lordship squares on the internet on his YouTube channel. Sell them at like $10 a pop, you know. Sell them to 1,000 different people each square foot. You'd make money. Looks like he shot himself to death. Yeah, that was looking kind of brown, huh? Finally, we get to watch what Trudeau does when out of work. Did kind of look like him. Can there be duchesses? Sure. Why not? I mean, of course, yes. There can be duchesses. We can have dukes, barons, lords, knights. We can have knights of the Pitcairn Round Table. Fuck it. Anything. Supreme leaders, dear leaders, presidents. For democracy's sake, we can elect some guy who doesn't actually get any power. We can just have it so NATO is happy. Did his pupils just grow? If I had a mountain like that, I'd build a cave city, like a dwarf. We could recreate the Dragon Age Origins dwarf city inside the mountain. With like lava faults, lava lakes, lava water fountains, so lava fountains, I guess. What place had a cat as a leader for a while or something? I think I know what you're talking about. There was just like a small French city or something, like a little village that as a gag elected a cat as a mayor. Have a royal family but all cats and have tabloids making fun of the British family. We don't even really need tabloids. Well, having tabloids means that we would have to have journalists on the island, which I don't want. I don't want any of us to stoop that low. We don't need journalists. We could have our own TLC, though. That I would want. Maybe we can reach out to, like, a lolcow and see if they would want to move to our island, like Chris Chan. We could give Chris Chan his own little compound, like a little corner of the island. And he'd be ours. Like a tourist hotspot. We could sell tickets for people to sail 7 days and come see. So many ideas, chat. Guys, like, all I want is an island. Is that too much to ask for?
Alo. Haluk neredesin?
Amirim, size güzel bir haberim var. Tüneli buldum.
The Church of Sunichu, yeah.
Şu anda sadece size haber verdim.
Neredesin?
Amirim, 7 uyurların arkasında kullanılmayan bir yol var. O yolun sonunda.
Geliyorum.
Do we know why that guy was standing in a shower? Have an orange tabby get into fake hijinks based on what Prince Harry is doing. Oh no, wait. I was gonna say, didn't Prince Harry get disowned, but I was thinking of Andrew. I think Prince Andrew, the old geezer who got caught with the whole Epstein shit, he got disowned by the royal family just last week, actually. They released a statement saying that he was going to be stripped of all of his titles and all of the inheritance, and they're kicking him off of the grounds too. So they told him, hey, pack your shit and get the fuck out. Which is shockingly, like, it took a long time. Nonetheless, I guess shocking in a good way? Prince Andrew to be stripped of his royal title. Andrew, the scandal-scarred younger brother of King Charles III, will be stripped of his title as prince, an extraordinary punishment unheard of in the annals of the modern British royal family, that caps his fall from grace over his ties to the convicted sexual predator Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. And they told him straight up, you get to keep the mansion for like another month or something, but then get the fuck out. Now he will live in eternal exile, bearing the title of a commoner in a house on the grounds of the castle where the rest of his family gathers. Oh wait, so he gets to stay there? Officials said he would no longer be invited to the family's Christmas celebration. No more white elephant for you, Andrew. Imagine being a prince and you get uninvited from Christmas. God damn. Prince Andrew used to hold little girl parties, and Prince Harry was known to go to said parties. Isn't Harry the cuck? The nerdy cuck guy? Who got fucking longhoused? Yeah. Him and what's-her-face? Meghan Markle. Fucking succubused him out of the royal family. Man, they are not keeping their house in order over there. Nice effects. What if you place a life-size display behind thick bulletproof glass on one of those islands via which you can live stream the inhabitants and roleplay as their invincible god? Ooh. Well, either that or, like I said, the drone show. All they have is spears. You don't even really need bulletproof glass. You just need to put the display high enough. Is this guy getting fucked? I don't like these noises. Ew, I think the demon just coomed. What is happening? We're just a bunch of Are they possessed? What? Can host servers underwater to make money. Oh. Now, this is a big brain suggestion. I agree. Okay, so last week on the stream, we talked about data centers in space. They're also thinking about data centers under, like, the ocean in the depths because it is just fucking cold down there and there's oodles of space. We would need energy, though, to feed that demand, so we would need like a bunch of micro-reactors. Nuclear reactors on the island. One of them has a volcano. I'm sure that could somehow be mined for energy, right? I like this. I like where this is going. We could be the world's supplier of underwater data centers. Powering the world's like Chinese TikTok filters. Cheaply, a maintenance crew of 30 men. We have watched almost 2 hours of this, and I have no idea what this movie is even doing. He's a raccoon. He's a thief. Blackface. Oh no, he has minion demons. By the way, I think they made 6 of these. Oh, the last one I think is from 2013. Never mind. But I swear there were more. Yep. There's Dabbe, which is this one. Dabbe 2, Dabbe Demon Possession, Dabbe the Possession, Dabbe Curse of the Jinn, and then Dab 6, The Return. They made one almost every year. God damn. Why do I feel like the entire point of this film was for the director to sleep with that main actress? Possible. That's like Resident Evil, right? With that blonde woman, the blonde actress, where the director just kept making Resident Evil movies just to sleep with her. What? That looks like an Oblivion character. Is that a snake? There is a snake around his neck. What? This movie feels almost AI generated. This outro is very anime. Okay, cool album cover, bro. This is the sort of graphic you make when you're 16 years old and you first pirated, like, Photoshop in 2006. Worship to shadows? Question mark? The shadows are waddling. Lots of shadows waddling. Okay, well, that was our Turkish horror movie, everyone. Thanks for listening. Sorry about today being a little unstructured. I know I've been rambling a lot. And now we're listening to Turkish rock, I suppose. Yeah, Okay, well, thanks for watching. That's the movie. And I had fun talking about islands with you guys. Next week, I promise I'll bring some topics. We'll have a more structured stream. I just kind of wanted to be consistent today, even if I didn't have a whole lot. Been a bit busy this week, but still, it's fun to hang out with you, chat. So, send me island suggestions if you have any. And I'll see you guys next week. Join the Discord, by the way, if you're not in there. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone.